Hey guys, TheReverendworm here with another episode of Worm's Way, and I'm up on the wall because I thought I'd show you guys some of the more finalized designs here of this tower area. See, you'll be able to come around here and just enter this tower, and in the back here where I didn't really know what I was going to do with it, I just brought it in here to the new staircase area. And you can go up the stairs here. This is still going to be my room. And there's where I'm going to put some lava. And this area out back will be a sort of a balcony, or I guess the rest of the battlements, whatever. You know, just some place where I can come out and shoot arrows at all the stuff that wanders around down there. And the staircase wraps around this side too. Of course, goes on back around that side of the wall, but it also comes down into the main section here, and it's kind of a big royal staircase sort of thing. But here's the cool part about it: not only is it the staircase up, but it's also the staircase down to the beginning of my storeroom. And, you know, I promised you guys a little bit of redstone this episode, so I'm going to be making one of these, because I'm going to mirror this design over here on the other side, so I can get down to the basement from either way. This door is kind of an ode to the Munsters, because if you've ever watched that, you know, they had a staircase leading down that had a hidden door that popped up so you could get down to the... I think it was down to Grandpa's lab or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, I always liked that sort of staircase design with the secret door in it. So I put one of these together the other day, and it's actually not that hard, and it's fairly compact. So let me head on over here, and I'll show you what you need to do. First of all, you're going to need about 12 sticky pistons and a bunch of redstone, a few of these torches here, and to set it up on the pressure pad like I have it, you'll need to build a T flip-flop, and for that you're going to need another couple of standard pistons. But here's the first thing you do. You take your stairs and set them up pretty much like this. A place here for you to go down, and the top stair going down is actually underneath the bottom stair going up. Alright, to do this you want to lay your pistons here, here, one right here. Of course you want them all facing outward, so let's kind of hop up. Okay, one here and one here in this sort of Tetris piece shape, and you want to do that on both sides, of course. Alright, so once you have all of that in place, you can probably go ahead and do this. Place your pistons here facing outward, and these are going to be the pistons that will push the staircases. Whoops, make sure they're all facing the right direction. And you can attach your wooden stairs, or whatever stairs you're using, to these pistons. I don't have any on me right now, so I'll have to make some, but those aren't really important for the building process, so I'll just skip that. Alright, to wire these up is very simple. What we want to do is we want all of these pistons, all four of them, to extend at the same time. So we're going to want one signal going into this, but since they're in sort of a weird formation, it's hard to get that. So what we want is our signal coming from this block here, and we're going to accomplish that by putting a torch on it. But first, before we do that, we want to take a block and put one here on the back of this lower middle piston, here on the back of that one, and one here down below this first piston. So just a diagonal line of blocks, whatever block you want. And then just take a redstone and put a dot there behind that piston, and there behind this piston, but make sure you take another block and break the signal so they're both redstone dots. That's very important. So let's look here. All the pistons are retracted, and when I place my torch here, bam, that should be all of them extended. Yeah. So it's actually a really simple way to do it, and it doesn't use a lot of redstone. It uses it's a little expensive on pistons, but for this effect, you know, it's okay. So you'll want to get this wired up on the other side as well, and I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that those are both extended, what I want to worry about is getting these pistons to extend. And to do that, I got to get around behind them, and it's pretty easy to do. Let me just build over here to it. The way I accomplished it was putting torches right here in this gap, so that both of these are powered by the same torch. And I made this the back wall. So just add a few blocks there for the wall. I'm not in a good position. This is why I quit making tutorials, honestly. They're a lot of setup and a lot of work, and it's a lot easier for me to not do any of this on camera, to not show you guys, but I really do want to show you guys the redstone, because that's what interests me most, and it's a very fun thing to play with in Minecraft. So yeah, what we have here, let me just knock this torch out so I can get to it, is this spot right between these two pistons is where you want to put your torch, and as you can see, that will extend both of them, and that will be our closed staircase. And you want to put two torches side by side, and I don't think they look too bad like that. Pretty much everything else is sealed up, and right here you can put your wall and continue on down. But to wire all of this up, you have to do a little bit of delay, because you want this these pistons to retract before these other pistons, because if you don't, your staircase would get a little screwed up and probably wouldn't work at all. So basically, to do that, just from whatever signal you're sending in, if it is a lever, you know, that makes it a lot easier. You just put a delay to these blocks right here where you have your torches. So let me go ahead and to make this a little easier, set up some of the wiring, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I've got this set up, and this process might be easier for you if you're putting this into like a cave area or something solid, something that isn't a big hole in the floor. So basically, this cobblestone trail here is a guide for the redstone wiring, and what I want to do is, well, I want to go make a couple of repeaters, because I have forgotten to make those. But let me go ahead and show you. The repeater will go right here, going into this block, and everything else will be redstone. And we want this redstone to come up and go around the back, and we want it to go here. This is one of the blocks with a torch on it. And you just run that into the back without any kind of repeater. But the way you do that is, you put one into the side and the other one into the back. That way you can power both of them without repeaters. If you wanted to do it, the other way and just make 2 repeaters and put them right here in the back, that would probably work too. But be sure to make sure it works with the proper timing and everything. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. It might mess up the timing. So this isn't an easy way to do it. So basically, you just plug in all of this redstone here. One line of redstone goes down to each of these torches, and a line goes into each of these blocks. And let me go make my repeaters, which are going to go right here, and I'll finish this up. Alright, I made it back with the repeaters and these stairs. Let me go ahead and just attach those to the front of these sticky pistons. No, not right there. Come on. There. Alright. And let me get down here. And basically all you want to do is put a repeater here and set it to full. And put a repeater here and set it to full. And that's your door. It should work now. Okay, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to use a lever just for an example here. When the signal goes in, it will go to these torches first, and they'll shut off, and these pistons that push the stairs will retract. And then, a few ticks later, thanks to these repeaters, this will shut off, and that will pull all of these pistons outward. And there you go. It's that simple. Now you've got yourself a nice hidden staircase. And I'm not going to show you this right now, but if you want it to run on a button or a pressure plate, you have to hook up a T-flip-flop. Now I showed you how to make one of those in a previous episode. I'll look that up for you, which episode that was. But basically all you want to do is hook your button or pressure plate up to the T-flip-flop as the input, and connect the output to this little bit of redstone back here, and it's that simple. So all I need to do is the T-flip-flop and the pressure plate, and do a little bit of work making this look nice, and my staircase up and down will be done. Right here I'm going to have on this side and on the other side a sort of a hidden piston door to pull these pistons back, or pull these wall bits back, and I'll be able to walk back here and get at the redstone, because like I said, I always like to make just sort of an emergency sort of a maintenance door. That's a good word for it. I always like to make a maintenance door to all my redstone. And I'm gonna definitely finish up the floor in here. And let me go on down. This section down here is going to be my storeroom. And it doesn't look like much right now, so I'm going to get out of here. But this section is actually pretty close to being above this area right here. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I had to show you. Haven't been playing much Minecraft this week. I sort of took a week off and haven't been working on my world, and basically been playing some Skyrim. I'm sure all of you know that is a very fun and addictive game. I've played the last 3 Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, and I haven't been able to beat a single one. There's just too much stuff to do. There's too many things that aren't nailed down to steal. And yeah, I just haven't been able to beat one of the Elder Scrolls games. I mean, Morrowind, I loved that game. It had an amazing story, and it was just awesome. But I never could get to that final bit. And Oblivion, that looked really pretty. And the story, you know, didn't interest me quite so much, but it was a really fun game, and it stuck to the principles of the Elder Scrolls, and of course made things better. And then Skyrim came out recently, and I've really vowed to make this the first Elder Scrolls game I actually beat. So I've been putting in a lot of time on it this week. But you know, that can't last forever. I love Minecraft, and that's my go-to game pretty much. That's what I'm always going to play when I want just to relax, basically. So don't get worried, there's still going to be a lot of me working on this castle, and in this world in general, unless something unfortunate happens to it. But I'm going to check my recording time, because yeah, another thing about doing tutorials is I end up recording a lot of stuff over and over again to make sure I'm explaining it at least decently. So I'm gonna go do a little bit of editing work real quick, see what sort of time I'm working with, and spooky. And then we'll see if there's time for me to do anything else. And if not, you'll know in about 5 seconds when this video shuts off and there's no more to it. But if that is the case, then I will see you guys next time, where I promise I will be working on this mob system, because I need to get that done. Well, I'm closing in on 20 minutes actually, so I guess that's really all I have time for today. So thanks for watching. Later.